I'm going to turn our program on.
Sounds glorious.
Look at all the hunky boys.
Not people, brains.
Stop your grinning and drop your linen. Found them.
Where's your pass?
Screw your pass.
Due to the recent events that have occurred, effective immediately, all classes are suspended until further notice.
Hello, welcome. You're listening to Students of Horror, where we don't claim to be authorities on the subject, but students of the genre expanding our studies one movie at a time. Our assignment for this episode is 2002's Resident Evil, as we study the subject of viruses. Thank you so much for joining us wherever and however you are listening. Time for a little attendance. Sam.
Sup? I'm here. Happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
He's present.
Present.
Ross. Absent. And myself, Brian, is present. But you know us students so well, we had to bring on an exchange student to replace Ross as he is away for today. And you know him. You've heard him here before, or, you know, when we were the Chuddle. Scotty, Fun with Horror. Welcome. Woo. Hi. Thank you. Hi. Hello. Woo-hoo.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, he's
from Sweden.
Rolling with it. Nice. I like. Okay, he's yes anding. So we're so happy to have you. I hope your travels were safe. Hopefully you're not suffering too much jet lag.
I am having love with you.
Oh, great. Well, that feels good.
Fantastic.
Fun with Horror. Listen to them.
Last time we had him on, you may have recognized him as a different sounding, but it is the same person. He just went to Sweden for a while. Oh, there's that beautiful voice. See, I like that because that's you.
Thank you for having me, guys. I love you. I love you so much.
Thank you for being here. Fun with Horror, the most wholesome horror podcast on the internet.
Why don't you tell our folks about you?
Well, Fun with Horror is the most wholesome horror movie podcast on the internet.
Yeah.
Is it just you on there by yourself, hanging out, talking about movies? What do you do?
Oh, no. See, Fun with Horror is the podcast in which two long distance best friends, they take turns giving each other movies to watch. And that way we keep in touch, much like you guys.
Much like us. That is.
Much like indeed. Well, maybe that's why we fit together so well. So thank you for being here. And before we continue, I must take a moment to thank our study buddies, whose generous support keeps the club strong for just $3 a month. If you want to support the show in other ways, you can subscribe, rate, review, comment, and share it. And don't forget to jump into our free for all Discord channel. Links for all that is in the show description below. Now, with all students present and the study buddies avowed, it's time to crack open the goo book and officially begin tonight's meeting.
Give me that goo.
Resident Evil logline. A special military unit fights a powerful, out-of-control supercomputer and hundreds of scientists who have mutated into flesh-eating creatures after a laboratory accident. Just about as ridiculous as this movie.
I know we don't really comment on the logline anymore, but that's outrageous.
That was so long.
Taglines, two taglines for you. A secret experiment, a deadly virus, a fatal mistake. And secondly, survive the horror, which is, I think, the one that I was more familiar with. And it has a more play on what Resident Evil games were.
It does.
Survival horror.
Yeah, I don't. They're not.
Genre.
Neither of them are particularly strong.
Unless you're on the in. And I was.
Oh, sure.
So survive the horror.
Right. You're
like
it.
Oh, fuck. We're going to do it. Feel free to talk at any time, Scotty.
Hey,
credits.
I think those were good taglines.
Movie was written and directed by Paul W.S. Anderson. Other credits of his would include the continuation of this franchise, Alien vs. Predator from 2004 and Event Horizon from 1997.
I believe that one's a Brian favorite, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, that's a biggie. Yeah, I like that one.
I haven't seen it in a long time. I need to rewatch it.
You should. I watched it for the first time not long ago.
That will eventually get covered
we'll
on the show. I think at some point we've talked about it.
I think we even picked it once and it didn't happen.
Done. Yeah.
Some of the key players in the film are, we have Mila Jovovich as Alice.
Jovovich.
You might also...
Now, is it...
Yes, go ahead.
Is it Jovovich or Jovovich?
It's Jovovich.
Jovovich. It's
like a yo, Y-O.
I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
Jovovich. Is it...
I met her once.
Mila or Mia?
Mila.
Yeah, how was that?
It was short and quick, but she had just put out her album. She put out an album called The Divine Comedy, I think it was called. And it was very good. And I saw her at a place in LA called Molly Malone's, very small. And I was lucky to get a ticket, and then she signed CDs afterwards. So
cool. I didn't even know she made any form of music. Was she a flutist? Is she a flautist?
She is a guitarist, I believe. Yeah, she was flute only, recorder.
Flute only, record. It was a recorder album.
Powerful stuff. Yeah. So we know her from the Resident Evil franchise, of course. She went on to do many more. She was also in The Fourth Kind and a sci-fi classic, The Fifth Element, which
have to include that.
I would assume we're all fans of. I don't know.
Can I also include Dazed and Confused, even though it's not a genre movie?
You can shout it, please.
Mm-hmm. If there's
one of my favorites
that you want to shout out, please do.
Since we're doing, I would say Zoolander as well.
Oh,
I didn't realize she was in either of those movies because I think she has one of those faces that I don't recognize.
Interesting. Yeah. I mean,
I have like a pretty lady blindness. Eric Mabius as Matt. He was in The Crow's Salvation, which
one of Sam's favorites.
I have seen once for sure, but I'm don't know beyond that.
There's this weird era of my life where I was kind of almost receiving secondhand movie posters from a buddy of mine who he had. I grew up fine, but he had very well off parents. So, and his parents would like just buy him anything. And he got into movie posters at one point. So he got a whole bunch that bought for him, but he would also just go to the movie theaters all the time and just ask for any leftovers that they had or sign up to get on all these movie poster lists. So I got all the ones that he would like just get that he didn't want. And I think The Crow's Salvation was one of those.
That's like the third one.
I definitely
maybe.
had
it might have been the Edward Furlong one. I can't recall.
Wait, who did he play in Resident Evil though?
Matt.
He's like the tall, skinny dude that is the new cop in town.
The detective
guy. Okay.
Or the one his sister works there. That one.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I have white man blindness.
Hot white guy blindness.
Hot white guy.
Colin Salmon as one. I think he has a name credited somewhere else, but that's always referred to as. Like the credits get real weird with their names because a lot aren't said. But anyway, he appears in some or more of this. I don't remember if it's like flashbacks of the Resident Evil franchise. Pray for the Devil 2022, and he was in Alien vs. Predator in 2004, as well as Martin Cruz as Kaplan, again Resident Evil franchise stuff, and Pasquale Alierdi as JD. Really didn't have much in the genre.
We got Michelle Rodriguez as Rain. She is in She Dies Tomorrow, The Breed, and Blood Rain. Shout out to the Fast and Furious franchise.
you gotta include it. I mean,
shout out to Lost,
sure,
TV show.
Was she on that? I assume.
I just really like Lost.
I like the show.
I've been waiting to figure out a time to put that in there. Then you have Liz May Bryce as a medic, James Purefoy as Spence, and Michaela Dicker as the Red Queen.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, Sam.
Who is the horror for?
So who is the horror for? I think it's a culmination of all these for us to give the best advice to give someone going into this movie, starting with what subgenres does this fit into? And I said mainly virus, zombie, and action. Doesn't deviate too much from those, I think.
Sure.
Video game adaptation.
Yeah.
Took the words right out of my mouth, Scotty. Yeah, I think that covers it.
Are there any trigger warnings that you can think of? I'd say there's animal death to an extent, but again, we're dealing with a zombie world.
Yeah.
So it doesn't get too crazy with that.
Nothing triggered me or stood out as possibly triggering.
Yeah, I can't think of anything.
Thank you. Did you think it would please a gorehound, though? I mean, you get some typical zombie kind of nonsense, but it's really nothing, certainly even on like other levels of like Romero zombies, you don't get too much of anything like that.
Yeah, I'll be
Not
honest.
much.
I actually had to look up whether the movie was PG-13 or not at one point.
This guy.
And was it?
No, it's rated R. It's rated R.
It's rated R. Huh. There's violence. There's nipple. There's.
Do they have bad words?
That's right.
I think there's bad words.
Yeah, I think there's a couple of bad words. There might be some unwholesome stuff in it.
Sure. Something that would never make the Fun with Horror podcast.
Well, we talk about it in a wholesome way.
Oh,
Sure. There you go.
Naughty
He
language.
said the F word.
They say the F word. You could say, do you say frack? Is frack okay?
I think no, we don't say frack, even though I
Frig.
am a big Battlestar Galactica fan. I think we say F or
That's what's up.
fudge.
Okay. Okay.
Fudge sounds right.
So if you have made it this far in a Students of Horror episode and are like, this is way too much cussing, Scotty's got you covered.
We got you covered.
Yeah, that's right.
With all that said, is it for beginners?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, yes.
I honestly think, yeah, for like a
Except
young
that
teen.
I don't think it's like a quality movie, but other than that, I think it's fine.
It's actiony and fine. All right. Well, fuck it. Spoiler zone. IMDb behind the scenes will kick us off in the spoiler zone. So we will start it off here with Michelle Rodriguez had informed her agent that if anyone ever wrote a script about Resident Evil, that she wanted to be a part of it. Her agent duly put her in contact with Paul W.S. Anderson when his screenplay was bought.
Amazing.
Good agent
She's
there.
apparently a
Fan of the
Resident
games,
Evil
I guess.
fan. Yeah, a fan of the games and really want it. And we'll talk about it in a little bit
I
more.
wonder how
but
many games were out when this movie came out.
A couple, 4 maybe or
At
so.
least 2.
1, 2, 3, and Code Veronica, I believe, as well would probably have been
Yeah, I'm
out.
not sure about
And
4,
maybe 0.
but it was 4 out? I think 4 was out.
4, I don't think so.
I know when it came out, people were, obviously, we're past the spoiler zone. So when they mention Nemesis at the end, fans of the game were like, oh.
Sure.
Certainly, that's 3.
Yeah, exactly. So they had at least put out 1 through 3.
Yeah.
And then, like you said, Code Veronica.
4 was 2005.
Okay, there you go.
And when was this movie?
2002?
And when was Code Veronica?
2000.
There you go.
There you go.
The makeup department and crew had a hard time dealing with the dogs who kept licking the zombie makeup, blood, and meat off of themselves.
Yeah, they had like
Those
these,
dogs.
I wondered about that.
Yeah. They're real dogs. And they had these kind of like suits, these like things that they were able, essentially something that they could just kind of like drape
It's
on
like
them.
a mech suit.
Yeah, that turned them all gooey. And then obviously the digital effects were added in for the zombification of a lot of it.
Mm-hmm.
The main actors were told to prepare for the film by getting copies of the games and playing them through. Some of them didn't know if they could complete them in time, so they got videotapes, video copies of other people beating the games and then watching it. So I just thought that was funny to include that, like, we're living in such a world of streamers doing Let's Plays all the time. It's so readily available to not have to play a game. They had to get like a tape sent to them.
Find somebody who's can play this through, film it, send it to me. I'll watch it. Or hopefully, I guess they would have just recorded the VCR off the TV.
Yeah,
I agree.
Mila Jovovich and Paul W.S. Anderson met on the set and were married on the 22nd of August, 2009. And as of January 2022, have 3 children.
Yep.
And they're still married to this day, the last I looked. So they met on the
that's nice.
set of, I was like, that's nice. That's wholesome.
It is.
I'm like, you know what? We should just make a bunch of these movies together. Keep working together. As long as they let us keep making them.
And they did. And it was wild. This franchise goes wild.
I have not seen beyond this one.
I don't think I've seen the last one.
So it's interesting. 2 tries to make it like tie in a lot from the video games.
Okay.
Bring in characters from the video games specifically, and as opposed to like just the Lickers, that character, as Scotty mentioned before, Nemesis, those were all Resident Evil things, and zombies, the T virus. But like all the characters in the movie were all original characters.
New, right?
Yeah. It was confusing to watch the first time I saw it, but I definitely saw it in the theater. Mila Jovovich had signed on to the movie with Alice being the main protagonist in the center of most of the action. When Michelle Rodriguez came on board, the script was rewritten to give most of the cool action scenes to her character, Rain. And Alice turned into more of a damsel in distress who often had to be rescued by supporting characters. When Jovovich read the rewrites, she convinced writer-director Paul W.S. Anderson to rewrite her character as more action-oriented. So it's like she was action-oriented. Michelle Rodriguez came in. They're like, we got to make her the badass star or something of it. And then she was able to, well, obviously she had some sort of, connection with Paul W.S. Anderson. They got married and have 3 kids.
Hell yeah.
As of 2022.
As of 2022. I don't know what their children's situation is, but they're still married.
That's excellent.
That's interesting, though.
The original cut.
Wait, yeah, no, that's interesting because, half of the movie, Mila is suffering from her memory loss. And then suddenly she has her Jason Bourne moment where she fights and she's like, oh, look at the talent I have. And then she becomes kind of badass.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Certainly more about why she's a badass as the franchise goes on.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Certainly.
The original cut of the movie got the dreaded NC-17 rating due to graphic violence and nudity. So all of those scenes had to be cut down to obtain the more commercial R rating. After the movie came out, director Paul W.S. Anderson said in interviews that he would release his director's cut with all the scenes that were cut for the rating, and some that were cut for other reasons, such as pacing issues. But this never happened. There was, however, a VHS work print of the film made available in the early 2000s with the alternate title Resident Evil Genesis, which was also used during test screenings of the film and was fully uncut, but it has never showed up anywhere again since then.
So there's a gorier, boobier cut out there, and you just can't get it. So one of the big things is Resident Evil is kind of a little bit in a production changeover hell for a little bit of like actually getting a movie made. George A. Romero at one point was slated to do his version of Resident Evil, and that obviously didn't happen.
Right.
But according to Romero, the rejection of his script was due to producer Bird Eichinger, since everyone else associated with the pre-production apparently liked it. However, many other factors resulted in the script being rejected, such as creative liberties Romero planned to take with the first game that Capcom feared game fans would not approve of. Another issue was the script would have been too expensive since it contained every single T-virus mutant in the first game. Trying to include them all would have ballooned the budget. Furthermore, Capcom feared that a faithful adaptation would actually discourage people from buying the games if they could just watch the movie. So the ultimate decision was made to make an original story that only contained a handful of references to the game, basically. So yeah, Capcom is like, but if we make a movie that's too, that's one of the dumbest reasons why I feel like we get such a departure from any character in the game. And then I assume, realize that after this to try to include a bunch of characters.
Cram it in the next one.
To cram in the next one.
I'm sure they heard all the critiques and all the people that were mad that there was no Chris Redfield or, the other guys.
Lady? Or is that the second
There's
game?
no
Jill Valentine.
Wait, is Jill in the first game? Yeah,
Yes.
that's right. Jill's in the first game.
Yeah.
And then it's Leon and
Claire Redfield, Chris's sister.
Yeah.
I did play the start of the first and second game.
We used to play that rail shooter, Umbrella Chronicles.
Oh, Umbrella Chronicles. Yeah, that was fun as hell on Wii.
Yeah, man.
I actually just recently played Resident Evil 2 and 3 Remake, and now I'm in the middle of 4. So
Sweet.
It's good stuff.
I had heard about the Romero Resident Evil thing before. I think there's even a documentary about it now. Yeah, I believe there is.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. I think I've seen something about that.
The bruises and scratches seen on Alice's Mila Jovovich body were originally done by makeup, but as the film goes on, she got more and more real bruises. The makeup department actually had to start covering up the real bruises rather than creating fake ones.
Because she did all her own stunts except for one moment. I forget which one it was specifically. So,
oh wow, good for her.
And like when she does that, the running kick thing around the room to kick the dog in the head, like I think she had to train for a while to be able to do that. But yeah, she can do it. So cool.
That is...
I can't tell if that's like good or bad, Sam.
I think
Sam hates this.
Dumb as hell.
Yeah.
Well, I know you don't like the movie, but I thought maybe you thought it was cool when she kicked the zombie dog.
No, I particularly think that's dumb, and not in like a fun way. But I had only seen this once, and I did hate it, and I haven't seen it since it came out. And it's not the turd I remembered it being. It's not nearly as bad as I thought it was.
Oh, good.
I'll just finish up with this real quick. Movie obviously is loosely inspired by Resident Evil, but there is some things that this movie inspired into the Resident Evil games. The laser corridor sequence was later referenced in both Resident Evil 4 and Resident Evil, The Umbrella Chronicles. And the game, that's kind of like one of the biggest ones there. And the Umbrella Chronicles also featured the Red Queen AI.
Oh,
did it?
Yeah.
I don't think I'm at that part in Resident Evil 4 yet.
I was just shooting zombies.
Spoilers.
Well,
I always thought that was inspired by the movie Cube. Have you guys heard of Cube?
Because someone
That's
gets cubed.
what I certainly think of.
But this is with lasers.
Shout out to Cube.
And there is apparently William Birkin is one of the doctors in the games. Apparently, Jason Isaacs, who's in this, is the narrator at the beginning, and he's a doctor at the very end of the movie, is supposed to be playing that character. So that's like the one game human character we get, I think.
That's the one character? I didn't realize.
No, none of the military, none of the military people.
I figured maybe somebody somewhere. Well, so I guess there was 3 or 4 games we said they could choose from at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But the first game is just 2, right? And then they're in like a haunted mansion type of, not a haunted mansion, but
there's 2 people you can play as. There's other characters in that game, but not playable characters.
Okay.
Correct.
Right.
So let's get into the movie real quick. I'll give you a recap and we'll go from there. The film follows Alice, a woman who wakes up with amnesia in a sprawling mansion that serves as a secret entrance to the Hive, a massive underground laboratory owned by the Umbrella Corporation. After an elite commando team arrives and takes her into the facility, she learns that the laboratory's supercomputer, the Red Queen, has killed the entire staff and sealed the exits following a leak of the experimental T-virus. As the team moves deeper into the facility to shut down the computer, they discover the T-virus has reanimated the dead staff into flesh-eating zombies. The mission then quickly turns into a desperate race against time as the survivors fight through hordes of the undead, lethal, genetically engineered monsters like the Licker. Along the way, Alice begins to regain her memories, realizing she's a secret operative who's actually trying to take Umbrella down from the inside. And in the end, most of the team's wiped out. Alice barely escapes back to the surface. However, she is immediately captured by Umbrella scientists for further testing. We get this conclusion of the film with her waking up in a deserted hospital to find that T-virus has escaped and completely devastated Raccoon City.
Well done.
That was
just under 3 minutes.
I was just going to say the same thing.
Ha.
I don't get it.
That's a Fun with Horror reference.
Yeah. So on Fun with Horror, we do a 3-minute recap.
Nice. We stole that idea. We just didn't say that whole thing you do.
Oh, I heard the first episode that you did it and you made the Fun with Horror reference, and I had like warm fuzzies inside. So thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Just as you were dozing off.
I was at work, so no, I was awake that time.
Oh, okay.
Premise of the film, I mean, yeah, we get this. It's a wild premise. Does it work, Sam? No.
So if you told me this underground lab, like a vial breaks or something, and now everybody's zombies down there, and they're sending in a team, I'd be like, yeah, I'd watch that.
Okay, so that premise works. Scotty, do you agree?
I agree. If you let go of any hope that it's going to adapt the video game, then I actually think it's a good premise.
Get hopeless with it. I agree as well. I think it works. So let's get to talking about the opening. We get a voiceover narrator explaining that in the early 21st century, the Umbrella Corporation is the leading company in the world. So this is Jeremy Isaacs, who's supposed to be Dr. William Birkin. Currently 9 out of 10.
Or Jason.
What did I say?
Him too.
Oh.
Jeremy.
Oh, you know.
That's his brother. He did the first part.
Yeah. They tagged in and out. I didn't mention that. I cut that out of the IMDb behind the scenes. Currently, 9 out of 10 homes own products from them. But what the public doesn't know is that the Umbrella Corporation really makes weapons for the armies, military, and creates viral chemicals for biological and chemical warfare.
That I do think is dumb. I don't think that a company that's known for... We know the weapon makers and that, like, the people who are making... What is it? Like weapons for armies, military, blah, blah, blah. Like, we know those companies. It's not hidden behind, McDonald's or something.
If anything, that's probably one of the closest relations to the video game in the sense that Umbrella is supposed to be this shadow corporation that's known for just pharmaceutical type stuff. And they dabble in all this other kind of crap. So
okay.
It's not as like
the pharmaceutical angle only I could see. I guess it's the weapons part.
Yeah.
That gets me.
I mean, the pharmaceutical is supposed to be the front.
See, and this is a conversation that people have.
Like Johnson & Johnson.
With all the different adaptations, people are like, when are they going to do a faithful adaptation? And people have said, if you do too faithful an adaptation, it's going to be silly because of all this stuff. And Sam is saying that one of the first things that they took from the video game is the thing that he thought was silly. And there you go.
And I mean, ultimately, they are over the top. I mean, the first one is probably, the first couple might be very, I'd say, more grounded, but it's really not, because it's like these are puzzle games as well, in the sense where it's like this crazy corporation built on all these like maniac millionaires or billionaires or whatever who decided that like you need special keys to open certain areas to get into certain underground laboratories. Like, but I guess in a video game world compared to a movie world, which is a movie world is supposed to feel typically even more, I don't know, realistic or grounded. Like, I guess your suspenders of disbelief in a video game are much higher.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So you can, so you might have an easier time believing the shadow corporation. But I mean, we live in a time now where they don't even need to be shadow corporations, though. That's the thing. This was 1996 when
that's what I'm saying.
When the original game, or the first game came out, anyways.
Sure, but I'm sure there was still like Lockheed Martin.
Well, right.
I get it.
Yeah. So we learned that there's this place called the Hive, which is the underground laboratory deep beneath Raccoon City, where over 500 people live and work for Umbrella. We get this mysterious man in a protective suit handling a blue and green vials, it's the T virus and the supposed antidote. He puts them into a suitcase, releases one of them, and hurries and scurries out. Cuts to some people we have working in the lab where the virus is broken, and then this is where everything kind of starts going wrong. The thing starts shutting down, and the Red Queen, or we don't know it's the Red Queen, but all the people start getting trapped in the various areas that they're working. Sam.
Umbrella Corporation only hires the most best looking doctors and scientists on the planet. They're like all very... We only hire scientists that are very extremely good looking because it's ridiculous. Everyone there is like young and fit. That's
what I would expect of my scientist group.
Yeah.
Oh, well, maybe that's just me then.
I thought that was incredibly realistic.
Being a young, fit person. So gas comes on. People start passing out. We get people trapped in an elevator. And this is when we get the whole little droppy scene where, she's trying to squeeze her way out because the doors are barely opening, and the elevator dips down and almost takes her head off. Oh, she's okay. But then it kicks back on and brings her back up, and we don't see anything, but
presumably
she gets locked. Yep. That's pretty much our opening, because then we get into Alice kicking things off after that point. So Obviously there's been already a few things you find to be ridiculous. Scotty, is anything about this opening that entices you to watch the movie or continue on?
I actually like the opening. And as a fan of the video game, I felt that it was somewhat borrowing from the ideas presented definitely in Resident Evil 2. I don't know. I can't remember if Resident Evil 1 had an underground facility, but I know.
Yes, but not as complex as other stuff. I
mean, the Hive is definitely more complex than the underground facility in Resident Evil 2, the video game, but it still definitely reminded me of that facility. So I thought it was pretty cool. Actually, I'm going to take some of that back because at the beginning, you don't know that it's an underground facility, do you?
Oh, it's just a place. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Just labs.
Like you don't know the windows looking out at a city. You don't know that they're fake. So you think that they're actually in a normal building. You don't know that they're underground, do you? Or did they already say that the Hive?
Well, in our opening narration, he mentions the Hive is an underground facility.
Then I'm going to take back what I just said I was going to take back.
Sure.
I'm going to double take back and say, yeah, I liked it.
Yeah.
Double takesies backsies.
I remember always liking this one too. So obviously a lot of at this point, like I saw this in the theater, like opening day, I was super excited. I was super into Resident Evil at the time. So I was excited for this. And I definitely had a mixed reaction because overall I liked it. I was just confused as to why there was no one that I knew from Resident Evil in the movie. So, but I was like, I don't care. I had fun. I got to hear things about Umbrella, the shady corporation doing their shady corporation shit. I got to see the zombies, the T-virus on screen. So I was happy about that. And then since then it's grown with me. But I did like the opening and the intro and just leading into a big underground area. I thought was cool.
Sure. Yeah, I think it was kind of non-stop. On this watch, I don't remember my first watch other than, thinking it was horrible. I do remember where I watched it. It was after partying at a friend's house in his living room the next day. It just come out at Blockbuster, and we had rented it and watched it the next morning after some good old teenage drinking. But yeah, obviously there's non-stop suspender pulls for me.
Certainly. I see something about maybe the filmmaking or technical aspect of the film.
Oh, yeah. Something that regarding that is we see people with guns shooting their guns more than we see what is getting shot. We don't see many zombies get shot. We see just people shooting. A lot more of the action is focused on the protagonist and not the results of what they're doing.
How do you feel about that, Scotty? Did you notice?
I thought that they were hitting the zombies. I just thought that they were hitting the zombies more or less in the body. And the other thing that it reminded me of, and maybe you too, Brian, is that in the video games, you can shoot these zombies in the head and they don't die.
Correct.
So you shoot them a bunch of times and some people complain about that. So I didn't really think about that much, Sam.
Well, knowing that it had to be cut from an NC-17 rating, I wonder if
you see more of that in
that's cuts.
The mystery cut.
A lot of that was cut.
Very possible. I mean, it's an interesting idea because if you want to compare it to the game, one of the things about the game is the lack of ammo and the lack of ability to use it.
Oh, well.
But yeah, I mean,
it's more like Predator.
The thing is, the Resident Evil games, they certainly do become more actiony. And then I think they've tried to go back to the roots a little bit more recently, but they were always built to be a little bit more. It was pretty much at the start of the genre of survival horror, where it was a horror game, but it was about survival, not like being able to just blast your way through and everything.
I remember them being scary.
Yeah, they're tense,
creeping through a hall, hoping something doesn't pop out at you.
And these movies certainly decided instead of survival, we're just going to do action.
Yeah.
And it gets even more actiony and ridiculous and superhero-y as the series goes on.
It looks that way from the covers of the posters.
Alice gets wild. I mean, but We'll save that for another day. Is there anything? Okay, so we've talked about that a little bit. Is there anything that you liked about the film, Scotty? Filmmaking wise, anything that you felt was standoutish, or did it just feel kind of generic actiony?
That's a tough one because I didn't not like the filmmaking. I felt like it was very, even though it was 2002, it felt very late 90s action.
Well, that's 2002 isn't far off from the late 90s.
Yeah. I mean, I noticed right away.
It's very turn of the century stylized. It fits that time very well.
Oh, for sure. And I noticed right away something that I don't remember from my previous viewings was at one point they started playing one of Nine Inch Nails' Downward Spiral remixes.
Did they?
And yeah. And then if you look at the credits, the score is done by Marco Beltrami, but also Marilyn Manson helped with the score.
Right. Yeah.
So this movie felt extremely 90s to me. In fact, I was surprised that there was as much practical as there was, except for obviously the liquor. But like the dogs, like,
which is interesting because they used, I mean, there's the CGI, clearly CGI scenes of the liquor, but they had two different models that were practical effect liquors.
Maybe they didn't work as well, you know?
I mean, we see them sometimes, but...
Do we?
Yeah.
I only remember seeing the practical when she's looking inside the, whatever it is, the containment thing that's holding it.
Container that they're in, yeah.
Yeah, there's a few moments where you get the practical effects, but the most of the time, I mean, it's unfortunately with a creature that's meant to crawl up and around on the walls, with whatever budget they had, they couldn't really pull it off too well.
Yeah, I remember particularly hating that back when it came out. Now I guess I'm just so forgiving of CGI now. I'm like, yeah, I mean, obviously it's not good, but it doesn't bother me that much.
Well, I also feel like it's early 2002 CGI in a movie that doesn't have a huge budget like Jurassic Park, you know? So
certainly. Well, I appreciate that you brought up the music because that was one of the notes I had, that Marco Beltrami and Marilyn Manson worked on it, because I always remember the music from this as well, the score specifically.
Oh, wow.
I mean, obviously, Sam has a note here, which is fun, but I don't necessarily remember, or I can picture the heavier scenes or the heavier music parts. I always like the more piano-y, like, I guess, slower music, whatever it is, just always stuck out to me. And I was like,
like when she wakes up.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. And then it's whatever. I'm not good at talking about it, but I like it.
I don't know it didn't stand out to me, so I couldn't tell you. The stuff that stood out to me was the more, intense, loud. I'm sure the stuff Beltrami and Manson did. So, but for me, the music seemed too intense for what's happening. Like when she first wakes up and the wind comes at her, so she runs away from the wind and go inside the house, and then they all, instead of like using a door or anything, they all break through the windows and
they're coming down from a helicopter from the roof.
Sure. There you go. And then they're running in and nothing's happening. They're just coming in, but it's like edited in a way and not even blocked in a way. It's just kind of edited. And then with the music to be like an action sequence when nothing is happening, they're coming inside to get her. That there's no action to speak of. And that happens a few times in the movie where the music is just so intense. And some of those times are when they're shooting and we're not really seeing what they're hitting. So it could go back to that reasoning for those moments. It could be because they had to cut stuff. But several moments in the film where I'm like, she's just standing there. Why is the music so intense?
Do you think that Paul W.S. Anderson is influenced at all by Michael Bay?
I don't know.
It's a great question. A bit, yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost like a horror Michael Bay.
Because Michael Bay does the same thing where like the camera will be circling a character and you just hear this like extreme action music and nothing's happening, like Sam says.
Yep.
Yeah, it's great. Love it.
I loved it.
More of it.
I had a good time. I was like, oh, the military's here, intense,
right? Like, I'm like, this is stupid, but whatever. I'm having a fine enough time. So, This is going to be tough. Did anything tug on your suspenders of disbelief? And certainly Sam's were tugged. It seems like they're just stretched to infinity the whole time.
I mean, within the confines of the story, I don't remember anything really bothering me that much, except for maybe the part where she's in the room with the dogs. But then I don't know. No, she does a clever thing with the fire and all that. So I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, that was certainly a scene that I always thought was cool, and I was like, okay, we're getting
okay.
Yeah.
No, I thought of one thing. I'm sorry, but
yes,
you want to finish what you're saying though?
I don't.
Okay. The one guy when he's like crawling up the pipe and the zombies are all starting to come up, and he's got one bullet, and he's thinking about killing himself, and then he doesn't. You hear the gunshot and you find out that he shot the zombie instead. But then all of a sudden it's like, so he just sacrificed himself so that the zombies can kill him instead. But no, there's a full air duct right behind him.
He just went the other way.
Yeah, I mean, like, where was that before? Why didn't you just go there in the first place? That was stupid to me.
You didn't think about it, man. You're in the moment. You're not thinking. You're like, zombies are everywhere. I don't know. I don't want to bother looking behind me.
I'm going to kill myself instead of going through this air duct.
Yeah, precisely. No, I mean, there's plenty of things, and things that bring me out of it too is like the liquor CGI at some moments. I mean, I'm forgiving of it, but it's definitely noticeable, so it does pull you out, certainly.
See, I think maybe it doesn't also bother me that much because I'm thinking how dumb the movie is the entire time.
Certainly.
So it's not like all of a sudden there's a tug on my suspenders that have been well cut off by the time we get to the end.
I mean, I'd say the dogs as well, because on one hand, I was like, these aren't CG dogs. These are practical dogs with meat suits on them. And then the fact that I was recognizing that they were real dogs with a meat suit distracted me from the movie and took me out of it a bit. So
Interesting. Yeah, no, I always liked that scene. I always enjoyed seeing that because
she really kills the fuck out of those dogs, huh?
I mean, I feel like I felt that.
And again,
because
we don't see the dogs getting shot. We just see her shooting and like bullets falling.
You see the dogs get shot in the head a few times.
You see the dogs get shot.
A couple of them maybe, but there's a lot more focus on her.
Sure. But I always liked that just because the zombie dogs were a big thing that would fuck you up in the video games. So it was cool to see, again, in my brain, that moment happen.
That was one of the few things that I knew. I was like, I know this from the games. You know what I mean? So I just assumed there was other stuff that I didn't know.
Certainly. And I mean, there's various nods to things, and it's more so, just
like set in that world.
Yeah, living in that world somehow, but not really using anything from it. So I think we had quite a few horror tropes in this one. One of the most main one was the amnesia, the hero having amnesia, not knowing anything and having to awaken their powers essentially. And that's probably one of the that does, I don't want to say pull me out of it, but that is one of the things I'm like, that's kind of, I mean, there's so much of this movie that I think is stupid, but I don't care because I like it. But I'm like, we could have done something besides the amnesia thing, I feel like, but I don't know what that was.
I feel that at the start, but not remembering this movie, the twist at the end kind of worked for me. Or it did work for me. I did not remember it at all. There were certain things where I was like, I like that. Like, this is a lot more well thought out than I would give this movie credit for. And I feel like it wanted that part of the story wouldn't have played out without the amnesic part.
Oh, sure. That's true. You also have things like the final girl. I mean, she's a final girl essentially in the...
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
In a sense. Evil corporations, homicidal AI. And we do have a sort of, I feel like the pressure of like, there's a race against the clock kind of trope in it, but it doesn't feel that, I don't feel that as much as some of the other kind of stuff, the urgency of it. They mention it that they have 3 hours, but
and that's about it. Yeah.
I think
I agree.
One trope that I noticed, and I don't know if it bugs me or not, but the whole trope of one of your party getting bitten and them slowly turning
Oh, sure, yeah.
And then
absolutely, that's a zombie specific trope.
The other people doing everything they can to try and save this person. I mean, the only difference is that there is supposedly a cure in this movie. So,
right.
In my head, I didn't ever know if it was really a cure, but I always thought that the green antidote was a nod to the green herb that you would get to heal yourself in the games.
I thought there was an actual green herb in this game, though. Or in this movie, like that they didn't take or anything, but like it was in one of the rooms. I can't remember. I feel like there
could have been. Sure.
It was like, oh,
there it is. Man, you take green herbs in the video game and it makes you feel better.
Hell yeah.
And if you mix,
just like real life,
if you mix a green herb and a pink herb, oh man,
pink, red,
that's red or pink.
You think it? Yeah, okay.
I think
I've always called it a red.
4, it looks like pink. I think it's pink in 4, but maybe
pink
it's red.
In 4.
You're probably right.
You're probably right.
No, you're right.
No, you're right.
Sam, you're right.
Sam, you're right.
Thanks.
This movie sucks.
Well, I'm not saying it sucks. I'm saying it's dumb.
It's dumb.
There's a difference.
Yeah, and I don't like it. No, because like I said, I did hate it, but I was like, wow, this is not, I was way too hard on this movie. That's fun. So all of our characters in here, as we mentioned, are not from the video game. Our strongest one for me was always Alice, and she's the one that continues on throughout the series. But I liked the main commando guy and his deep voice, and I always thought it was
me too,
like a good deep voiced man.
Actor's got some riz to him.
Yeah,
you want to watch him when he's on screen.
Yeah, and he's fun in the hallway scene, trying to outsmart those lasers. But everyone else besides maybe Michelle Rodriguez and I guess the guys, but even Matt is such a nothing character. The guy who turns into Nemesis, or they say at the end, put him in the Nemesis program. Right. That guy.
Yeah, he didn't do much for me either. The guy Spencer that she lived with, that was part of her cover. I thought he did pretty good, or at least I'd noticed him.
I always liked him in this. Yeah, I thought he played that innocent dumb role and then switch over to the twist well.
Talk about another suspension pull. I know it'll come up later, but it's when the end, when he gets the gun and points. Well, we'll talk about it when we talk about the end. But man,
I think he's also in the show Altered Carbon, and you see him swing and hog.
Oh yeah.
So if you're interested,
or I guess Spence, it could be,
it could be a double, but there's like a full frontal scene.
Prosthetic. That's what I'm fake.
How do you feel about that, Scotty?
Oh, I like prosthetic penises.
Nice.
We're a pro prosthetic penis podcast.
Mm-hmm. I'm always watching the end of Boogie Nights. Just the end.
28 years later.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. So it's weird though. I just watched this movie this past week, and I for the life of me, I cannot picture the gravelly voiced guy that you're talking about. I remember him because he was in like the laser corridor, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I can't picture his face right now. It's so weird. But I can picture Matt and the other guy, but I can't picture one.
Spence. That's interesting.
Spence. Yeah, him. Yeah.
One's the black fella. He's tall.
Yeah, I know but I still can't picture his face.
No hair.
Look him up. Oh my God. Who am I? I'm thinking of somebody else. Yeah, I'm going to look it up.
But even still, there's other characters. Obviously, some are a lot more expendable. I feel like there's people in it we hardly meet, like the medic lady, the blonde haired dude.
Oh, yeah.
Like those people in the corridor obviously are.
There's a couple where I was like, I didn't even know that you were around.
They were just fodder to.
Oh yeah. Okay. I remember him, but I've never seen him before in another movie. So yeah, he didn't make a huge impression.
You've seen him in Alien vs. Predator. Have you seen that?
I don't remember that movie. And I saw Mortal Engines once, and I don't remember that very well. I haven't seen Nobody 2 yet, so he was in that.
You've seen this?
I've seen this now, but yeah, he was just like, he's not memorable.
Is that handsome? Well, you said you have white guy blindness. I was just going to say, do you have handsome guy blindness?
Maybe so, but no, that's not true because I can see Sam right now.
I don't.
Hey, but do you recognize me?
Do you recognize him?
Yes, because it has your name right there.
It says his name. Exactly.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he'd be totally lost.
No, I didn't think he was that great. I thought he was fine. He's not a memorable actor to me. Like,
Fair enough.
even I didn't love Michelle
Different
Rodriguez
strokes.
in this one. I usually like her. I felt she was a little bit too over the top.
Me neither. Oh, here's a suspension pull from the beginning when they go in the train and they're like, oh, the power's disconnected. Like, it has no power. She's like, oh, I got it. She just drops down. It's just like 2 wires you got to plug together. I mean, they're big, I guess, but it's like so easy and simple. And then if the Spence guy had just taken the train back, and I'm assuming that's what happened, or he was going to take off with the train, whatever happened before he got knocked out, the power wasn't connected. Like, what was he doing?
Sabotage.
Saboteur could be.
He was the bad guy.
Not much dialogue standing out from this movie, but I had "You're all going to die down here" is the one thing that I definitely remember from it. I remember other shit, but I think if anyone were to remember anything else, that was like in the trailers and stuff as well.
There's actually a line I like where he says, I wouldn't want to have to kill you. I'm going to need the bullets. The bad guy when he, at the end with the twist, when he's pointing the gun at Matt.
Yes.
I was like, oh, that's a cool line. I don't want to have to kill you because I need the bullets.
And yeah, again, I think it goes to him. I think he does well as that character. I like him in this, and I think he delivers that well and plays that twist well. Any dialogue stand out to you, Scotty?
Just the one you mentioned
Fun with horror.
You're all gonna die down there. That was my favorite part.
You're all going to alive down here.
Oh
yeah. Yeah.
Get it safe for a TikTok
the Red
clip.
Queen. Yeah. Oh, jeez.
I don't
That's
remember
good.
any of her lines, but I think Mila was actually my favorite in the movie. I thought she did a great job in this one. I know she gets kind of cheesy after this movie, more so. I don't know.
I love it.
I actually was watching her acting and I was like, oh, she's actually doing a really good job.
Didn't really stand out to me, but she does not really stand out to me. So that could be why.
He can't see her. He just sees a red floating dress and some tall boots running around.
It's more like a mannequin.
It just looks like a blank. Yeah. And you have, yeah. Makes sense. One of the biggest noteworthy scenes that I have listed is obviously the laser hallway. I feel like is
sure.
Again, inspires some other things, does a lot of cool stuff, and pays homage maybe to Cube and the slicing as well.
Maybe, or just takes an idea from Cube, because that was like a pretty indie small movie. I'm not sure people had seen it. But yeah, it is a cool scene. I'll give it that. That's a cool scene. I didn't remember anything from this movie, except I think maybe the spin kick to the dog, because I think that was in the trailers as well.
Certainly.
That was familiar to me when I saw it. But I had a non-memory of this movie. I had like this weird memory of Mila running and doing acrobatics around the lasers, but I was definitely confusing this with another movie.
Oh yeah.
That might come back in one of the later Resident Evils. I think the laser thing comes back again, and I think she probably does do so. That would be my best guess, to be honest. But I definitely think
it sounds like that's the direction the franchise goes in.
This worked so well when we stole from Cube in the first movie. Let's steal from it again.
Well, now that they're stealing from themselves, stealing from something else. Yeah, I mean, cool. That's fine. And then, is there any other standout scenes to you? I mean, it all just, again, there's scenes I like, and I enjoy the movie overall, but nothing is like a standout, in my opinion, besides that.
For me, it's the lasers and Mila waking up at the beginning. I always remember her waking up. And
you do.
That cool scene where she's like trying to figure things out. Yeah, the scary wind.
Mm-hmm.
Digital bats, birds.
Were there digital birds?
All those birds that flutter off are not real.
Wow.
How do you feel about that CGI? So good.
That was good.
They put it all there.
Noticed.
They worked really hard on making the birds just seem like there's actual birds there, and they put all their money into that. Then they got to the liquor and they're like, fuck, we ran out of money. That's what happened. That's definitely what happened. Okay, cool. And did anything actually fool you? Anything surprise you about it?
The ending, the whole reveal of, so the two characters are slowly getting their memories back, and then we think that it's set up that Mila Jovovich was the one who stole the T-virus and set it off and took off, and she's slowly realizing that it was probably her that did all this. And then we get the reveal that the guy remembers that he actually did all this, but he did it all for her because she was going to do it anyway or something. So, but that also means he's got to get a gun and point it at her, even though like I did this so we could have a bunch of money. So I didn't quite get that.
I always thought that he was doing it for money. He was going to be able to fuck over Umbrella and then like sell it off to whoever. And I always thought that he was actually not doing it for her. He was like an enemy to her. She was just trying to bring down Umbrella and get rid of everything. He knew that, didn't want that to happen. So he wanted to destroy Umbrella and sell it or something. I don't know. Something along those lines.
Okay, so he wanted to be able to make money and she was altruistic is kind of the difference.
Yeah. And then, clash of ideas there.
And I don't think she would have thrown one of the blue spiral glass things and poisoned everybody and turned everybody into zombies.
But we don't know that yet. It could be revealed through her memories coming back that she did do that.
Well, are you saying that it surprised you, that it was a surprise to you that he was the bad guy and that she wasn't?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't think it was going to be her, but I didn't think it was. I thought it was going to be Matt.
Sure. I don't remember what I thought the first time. I think I was pretty surprised by that because I think
they did
like
a pretty
him.
good job at misdirection. Yeah.
Yeah, because you like him throughout the movie up till that part. And then also the way they reveal it, I think, is really good. Like showing him coming through. He was the guy who bumped the guy who spilled the coffee on himself. Mm-hmm. Thank you. All those little things worked for me as part of it.
Yeah, that was more shocking to me than the actual reveal that he was the bad guy. I don't remember, like Brian, I don't remember what I thought the first time. I think I was surprised at the ending for sure when she comes out and the whole city's gone to hell. But I don't think I was that surprised that he was a bad guy.
Not surprised by the bad guy. Anything scare you? Get any jump scares? Get little spooks and kooks?
No,
not for me. I mean, I don't assume for Night Sam as well, but also because even while it does try to have some spooky-ish moments, when Michelle Rodriguez goes underneath the train in the beginning, we get her with just a light and she thinks she hears something. I think it's supposed to add some sort of suspense, but the movie's so action heavy that it really nothing I feel like is scary.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no. In fact, one of my biggest critiques of this movie is that the jump scares are cheap and stupid, and they just go with the obvious horror movie.
Like the whole movie.
Sam?
Cheap and stupid.
Sam? Darn it.
Yes.
No, the jump scares. I just didn't like the jump scares. Like, there's earned jump scares. This movie did not have a single earned jump scare. They were all cheap and, haunted house jump scares that were just dumb, and I didn't like it.
Let's go over to the Gorometer real quick, and then we can maybe revisit some things.
It's time for the Gorometer. Fatality.
I just grabbed a kill count from somewhere, but it's basically, when you do see it, a lot of just normal zombie kind of stuff. So I don't feel like there's much gore involved with that. We do get the cubing, the decapitation.
Yeah, the laser hallway.
The laser hallway
in general, I think, is the most. Yeah.
But even then, it's still like lasers doing the cutting, so you don't get like blood.
So there's not a lot of blood, right? It's like
searing the edges.
Like you see, like the not just the cubing, but the woman who gets decapitated. You see like the inside of her neck, but there's no like dripping blood. So
exactly. So I mean, it's certainly not too much with this one. So let's go over this intensity and consistency. Intensity, probably most, I'd say a 2.5. That would be high end. But
I'd say like a 1.5 for me.
Yeah. Same.
I'd say a 4.
I think because there's no, I'd say because it's bloodless.
Yeah. I just don't know how people would react to a decapitation. Some people find that a little bit more intense than others.
Right, totally.
But
well, that's why I give it a 1.5 and not a 0.
This fucking guy over here. All right, so let's give it a 1.5.
Why don't you give it a meet it in the middle somewhere?
I choose not to. Inconsistency. What, a 1.5? Does that sound good, Scotty?
Consistency, you guys go first.
I would, like a 1 or a 1.5. I'm not really sure.
I don't know. I'd say 2 on consistency because it seems to maintain the same amount of gore throughout the whole movie. So, I don't know. 2.
Which is very little.
Right, but it's at least consistent in it being very little. Isn't that,
Brian, what are you at?
Isn't that what consistency is supposed to be for?
1.75. Does that sound fine?
Yes, but I feel like it's less than 2.
What is less than 2?
The consistency.
Okay. So what do we want to do? 1.75, 1.5?
3.2. What is it now? 3.25 is the total.
Boom.
That's your total. Does the gore level work for this form? Do you want Miller? Yeah, sure. Give us more.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yes.
Well, I apparently never wrote out the climax. Climax of the film. We get the big reveal, the turn of events that, everyone starts remembering who they are and what they did. That leads Spence to being like, well, screw you guys. I'm getting out of here. I have this gun and I'll point it at you. And he starts to try to escape. He gets to the train to get away, and that's where he's hidden the virus and the antidote. So he goes to take the antidote, but here comes the liquor to get some work done on him, and he gives them a licking. He's dead. We got our remaining people, Alice, Matt, and I think it's pretty much just Michelle Rodriguez at this point. And they go to escape. They get to the train. Lo and behold, the liquor has mutated and become this bigger liquor thing and starts attacking them on the train. Michelle Rodriguez, she goes full zombie. One thing that always took me out is when she turns into a zombie and has the mind to like crack her neck like she's getting into it.
Oh, really? That's funny.
I hated it.
Yeah, that one I really
did hate that.
I don't like. That feels like
Didn't stand out to me.
an actor choice. That feels like she's like, I'm gonna be like, it's like she woke up and like, I'm feeling good as a zombie now. Crack.
Right.
Really? I just thought she was being badass Michelle Rodriguez, but it still took me out.
Well, yeah, I feel like she's like, I will be a zombie, but I'll be a badass zombie, and that's what she decides to do. I'm like,
I felt very Sam about that moment. So
I get it. I get it. So she starts attacking while Liquor's attacking.
Can we go back for real quick? So again, Brian, video game guy, did it the same thing? Did you feel the same way that I did in that I was a little disappointed that they didn't do the whole the liquor can't see thing, because that's one of the.
I agree that, and I'd say that goes back to how they didn't make this a survival horror. They made this action horror. They could have had a better moment with that. They could. Well, yeah, I was going to say they could have had a better moment if they had more horror, spooky moments.
I was going to say, it sounds like that would be good for a scare.
Exactly.
But they're not doing scares in this.
If they did something more in one of the laboratory areas where they are having to like sneak through a room that has a liquor or two in it.
Yeah.
Because the liquors are blind, Sam. I don't know if you've realized that or whatever.
I gathered that.
Yeah.
And one of the most tense moments in the game is when you're sneaking by a liquor. And because if you make too much noise, you're dead. Like the liquor attacks you. So
yeah. Ammo is scarce in the game. So it just adds that built-in fear that you can't easily just gun things down, even though they do. But that's like what the movie did. They decided against that and do the more action route. We'll have the guns and the bullets to take care of these things and fight and not build those moments of suspense. But I agree with you. And the liquor never would mutate after it like got fresh DNA. That wasn't like a thing that I'm aware of that it doing, right?
No, I think
know if you-
other monsters did, but not the liquor.
Yeah, liquor was just kind of liquor, just be licking, staying the same.
Yeah, it was just liquor, quicker.
So within this whole final battle and everything, we get they defeat the liquor, but Matt gets scratched by it, and they make it their way out of the train. They get back into the mansion. Alice is about to apply the antidote to Matt as his arms starting to mutate and getting a little tentacly things poking out of the scratches. And that's when another room opens up and we get these men in stark white medical hazmat outfits coming in to take him away, putting Matt into the Nemesis program, as he says, and they grab Alice as well. Then she wakes up in an abandoned hospital and wearing a piece of paper. and
I didn't know you could like break into a swipe card access place with a needle. That's pretty cool.
That's all you need, man. With a little bit of blood on it. That's what helped, I think.
Oh yeah, that did it.
She has some special blood. And then she goes off into a deserted Raccoon City, grabs a shotgun out of a deserted cop car, and it's like, all right, here we go.
Is that kind of the beginning of the second game? I feel
sure, because the second game is,
and I kind of remember them being in a city.
No, I'd say that's more the third.
Already,
the second game is like has started to break out, and it seems to be. Well, yeah, I guess it is taking over Raccoon City in the second. Yeah,
because they have to get through all the cars and traffic.
It's the third game you explore the city more. Yeah. I remember it now. So. And that's how we end it. Real quick, although she never had any problems with nudity in her films, Mila Jovovich did ask for the originally scripted ending to be changed and cut down on the amount of time she was supposed to be nude in the scene. Originally in the script, apparently Alice was supposed to wake up in the hospital fully nude and just kind of start wandering around. And she goes out on the street and she's still naked. Like a lot of the original scripts had a lot of weird shit like that. Like I think it was, I don't know if it was necessarily Romero's, but one of the early ones, Jill Valentine was supposed to be in it, but there was supposed to be a whole like her being naked, being chased by like a licker or some sort of creature and fighting it completely nude. Like there was a lot of weird shit like that happening. I'm like, I'm glad we've lost that part of it. So she advocated to be covered up a little bit more. She's like, this is kind of a little bit much. I'm usually cool with it, but I'd like something going on here. And she wanted a little bit more like, I guess, a badass, cooler ending. It was supposed to be more bleak, that she didn't like grab a shotgun and kind of feel prepared to take on what's happening. And then a couple nods where that there was a few newspapers that you see where it says The Dead Walk, which is a reference to a newspaper you see in Day of the Dead.
Oh.
Or it's supposed to be an homage to that. And there is a small little, there's some stars references in that final scene as well. So that's another big thing from the game.
That's from the game, right? Yeah.
Exactly. Chris, Jill, all these people that you played as were members of this elite group called Stars.
Do you know where the references are?
In that scene?
Yeah.
There's a smaller headline about Stars on one of the newspapers. And I think one of the police cars, for whatever reason, says Stars on it as well.
Okay.
So that's about it. That ends our movie. So do we have any final thoughts? And what, if anything, do we learn about viruses?
Wait, are we going to talk about the credits and those amazing songs that made me think of Sam? There was a Fear Factory song. There was 2 other bands that I feel like Sam would have liked back then.
Probably. I could not. As soon as it was over, I was like, whew, done.
All
so
right.
I couldn't tell you about those songs.
Okay, moving on.
But
moving on.
I mean, I certainly would have been a fan of all this stuff at the time, yes. Musically.
Well, I thought of you.
Aww.
That's all we learned about viruses. I don't have any final thoughts. I think we've spoke on it.
Yeah, I don't think this taught me much about viruses at all.
I definitely learned about viruses.
Hopefully you have an antidote.
You got to have an antidote.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I agree.
It's time to get into our extra credit questions for tonight. First of all, how would we survive or would we survive, and how would we survive? It really depends. Are we elite commando team? Or are we handsome? I mean, I know I'm a handsome scientist.
Mercenaries.
I'd probably just die down there because I'm hot and young.
I think
same.
I would eventually die. Being a horror movie fan, I would understand some of the rules about the zombies, but I don't think that would help me very much.
Or even if I'm in Raccoon City, probably screwed up there too by the looks of it.
Yeah, this movie really, these movies as well. I mean, that was always a thing with Resident Evil, is that the virus does escape, but we're always able to contain it and like hide the narrative on things going on that happened in Raccoon City, and there was devastation, but it seemed like the outside world survived. I think these movies go on to be like a complete apocalypse of the world. So like,
that's what the posters look like.
Yeah.
Isn't one of them called Apocalypse?
It is.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. This is like, and in like a much, very destructive way that feels like it would be hard to survive, but I think we're dead.
Yep.
Yes.
Thank you. Hero level 1 to 10, Alice, tenacity, and iconography. I'd say she's pretty tenacious. She makes it to the end. She's able to run along walls and kick dogs and and survive. I mean, maybe in this movie
does she ever have like a big encounter where like she defeats like I guess it's the dog scene.
Well, yeah, and I mean, she fights the mutated liquor at the end and shoves the pole through its tongue to trap it and open up the door to kill it.
Forgot about it.
Yeah. So
sets on fire.
Tenacity.
And now
are
we just talking about this movie or all 6 movies?
Yes.
Just this movie.
Just this movie.
Tenacity, yeah, it's pretty good.
Pretty good. 4?
Yeah, I'd say.
Wait, is it 1 through 5? 1 through 5?
Yes.
Yep.
I say 4.5.
All right. 4.25 then. Iconography. See, this is going to be tough, and I'll think I'd have to remove myself from it. I think of it as very iconographic. The red dress, with the leather jacket and the black boots. Like,
I mean, I know the look. Yeah,
that's the thing, though. I think I was thinking of this question when I was asking about all 6 movies, because I think all 6 movies made her more iconic than just this one movie.
I think her overall presence and the aura of her character, because she doesn't have.
But this is more based on look
at this point, I think too, or it can be some part of it, but I don't think she has much of it. I like her a lot of it, and there is an aura, but not what I guess she becomes. It is a lot of.
I'll say this: if I had seen. Now, if I saw her at a con, the red dress and the boots and like a gun or something, I'd probably be like, that's Resident Evil. But if I hadn't rewatched the movie, I'd be like, that looks familiar, but I'm not sure what it is. So,
I mean, I would know.
Yeah, sure. And I think there'd be
I would give it a
decent
2.
amount of people. He would give it a 2. Scotty, what would you give it?
I say 3. For just this movie. If we're thinking of all 6 movies, then I would go higher, but just trying to contain it to this one movie, I say 3.
Perfect. I'll agree right in the middle of that with a 2.5 to give her total a 6.75. Now, villain level, this is where we have a little bit of a tough time because it's overall zombies and maybe the liquor. This is our final baddie.
And Spence.
And Spence. And the Umbrella Corporation.
That's the real enemy.
It is. So, I mean, for the sake of this movie, the things that seem to be doing the most killing are the zombies and the liquor. So that's what I think we'll base it on. What would your power level of all of those be? How powerful are these zombies and this liquor?
I'd say
4.
4? Oh, yeah. I'm good with 4.
You're good with 4? Sam's good with 4, it seems. I'll take a 4.
Yeah,
as well. Yeah. The iconography. Now, the zombies themselves are very generic-y, whatever. The liquor is iconic to, I think, Resident Evil people, especially. But that main character design is even from this movie. It's like from the game. They stole. And then the variation they try to make with the mutated one is kind of generic to me.
It's tough because I still I know you're trying to focus on just the zombies and the liquor, but they all come from Umbrella, and I think
That's
Umbrella
true.
itself is very iconic.
That's a good point.
Like if you see that symbol, the Umbrella symbol, a lot of people know what that symbol means.
A lot of
Maybe not
nerds.
Sam. Yeah. Would
But
you know
no.
Sam?
That's actually maybe one of the only things I would recognize from this.
Well, then let's include Umbrella in here. I mean,
Yeah. I'm going to
what's the
say a 4
iconography
then.
then?
I'm
4?
going to go 4. Yeah.
If we're including Umbrella
Why
in
not?
at 3, but
Who
we're
cares?
also wiping out our hero with this by making it Umbrella and not the zombies and the liquor.
It looks like the scale doesn't work anymore because a 7 beats a 6.75. Alice should have died in this movie.
Oh.
Should
Well,
this?
technically, she hasn't won, though.
Yeah.
It's just out of the frying pan into the fire.
There you go.
I like that.
Mhm.
That's I like that you guys do that. That's cool.
Scotty,
Yeah.
should Resident Evil have a sequel? But what would also your sequel be?
I think it should have about 5 sequels.
Do you really?
And definitely end on the 6th movie. And I think they should call it something like, I don't know, something generic like the final chapter.
Well, how else would you
There
know?
go.
But in all seriousness, yes. I mean, this is Resident Evil, so I know when this movie ended, I wanted to see the Nemesis. I wanted to see more stuff that from the video game, and the fact that they eventually got around to even giving us the characters from the games was pretty cool. So that's what I wanted in a second movie. I wanted Nemesis.
That's good.
Sure.
You wanted some sort of apocalypse.
Exactly.
That's the second one, is Apocalypse.
Oh, is it? Wow,
Yeah,
that's quick.
I think the third movie was Nemesis, right?
Nemesis is in it. There's no Resident Evil Nemesis as a movie.
Oh, I thought they called it Nemesis.
that's the third
interesting.
one. That's what they call the third one. Game.
Yeah.
Video game.
No, the movie. I thought they called one of the movies Nemesis. Okay. What was 3 called?
Extinction.
Extinction. Okay.
And I remember
All right.
liking that one for some reason. And then Afterlife. And then Retribution. And then the final chapter.
Oh, that's a great name.
It's so funny, Sam. These movies, as dumb as you think this one is, they go on to like each movie retcons something from the previous ones, like constantly.
Oh, wow.
Like characters
Yeah.
change around a whole bunch. Like it's so ridiculous how, and then it gets weird and global, and like you get a lot of, you better like your underground bases because you get more underground bases.
Oh, really?
Which one is in Vegas?
That's the third one.
Okay.
That's Extinction, the one I said I kind of like.
Yeah.
Because that's when I think she gets like the most superpowers at some point.
I honestly think if in my memory, watching this movie for this episode, I actually own the whole series on digital, and it made me want to go rewatch all of them and then finally watching final chapter for the first time. But
Sure.
in my memory, I enjoyed the first 3 movies. It wasn't until I think the 4th movie that I started to feel like it was getting a little too silly.
Yeah.
Sure. I get that.
I don't think it should have a sequel, but be great if it was maybe rebooted by some top modern horror director that was going to make it scary and not actiony. I think that'd be cool.
Who would you suggest?
Ty West, probably, right?
Oh,
Sam loves
what?
Ty
Who was
West.
oh yeah, Ty West, one of my favorites, or James Wan, another big one for me.
Oh, nice.
Obviously alluding to Zach Kreger's movie coming
Right.
up. He's one of my absolute favorite horror directors right now, and his attachment to it has me super excited for it. More so that like I could care less that it's Resident Evil. I'm just happy to see another movie of his.
I'm excited about the concept of it and what it's
too.
about. I can't wait.
I don't know that other than the title.
Stop talking, Scotty.
I'm stopping right now.
I'm excited
Good
for it
night.
as well.
Good night, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. And I definitely want to see a sequel. My sequel to this, geez, that's confusing. I think it would have been something like what the second one is. Maybe try to, I don't know. It felt like the second one got too much trying to pull from the video games because they know they had nothing from the video games in this one. And they pushed too much, and maybe like bridge that gap a little bit or something. and bring in the horror elements. I would like to have seen it a little bit more grounded in that horror. Is there anything prop wise that we would want for our school? I have always wanted the T-virus vials that are in it, and the antidote.
That'd be good.
Yes.
And maybe like an umbrella logo. Throw that on the wall. Anything you thought was cool, Scotty?
I would like a San Francisco backdrop to put outside the windows to make us believe that we're in the San Francisco timeline and not underground in our underground
What if
school.
We put the hive underneath the school?
There you go. That's what I was alluding to.
Okay, perfect.
I want some meat dog suits or dog meat suit, whatever the right way to phrase that is.
Mm-hmm.
The prosthetics for the dogs.
Nice. That'd be cool. And I guess if there, I mean, yeah. I think those are good. I think that's all a nice selection of fun stuff. We're going to a midnight showing and we're dragging Sam along. But this midnight showing is a hoot and holler and good time. And we are throwing things and saying things at the screen. Any ideas on what those would be? I think we got to throw
T-virus files if you have them.
I was going to say, throw the T-virus at the screen.
Everybody yells, "Oh shit," when she says, "You're all going to die down here."
Oh shit.
There you go.
Laser pointers for the laser scene. Everyone just shining
Yes.
laser pointers.
That would be amazing.
There we go. That's
For
a
sure.
good fun interaction right there.
That's awesome. I want to go.
Thank you. You can come.
Oh, thank you.
What would be the concession vessel for the movie? I mean, some sort of like the virus containers, but you suck the juice out of it.
Or maybe it's
like
a
a goo?
straw.
Or a straw. Yeah. T-virus viral.
It's like a big straw that you put on top of the
like a life straw
your
thing.
soda. Yeah, exactly.
Any ideas for a concession vessel, Scotty?
Yeah, a liquor head. A big liquor head. And you press a button.
To contain what?
To popcorn. Popcorn. You press a button and its tongue comes out and it serves you popcorn.
Oh.
Oh. Oh my.
Like a very advanced Pez dispenser of sorts.
Yes.
I like it. I want that.
Finally a popcorn bucket for the ladies.
The fellas.
Yeah, totally. But I mean, we've had plenty of fuckable popcorn buckets at this point.
It's true. This is the popcorn bucket that'll fuck you.
Yeah.
Very wholesome.
Good job, Scotty.
From Fun with Horror, the most wholesome podcast on the internet or whatever.
See, now that's my question to you guys right now. So
What?
normally when you guys drop F-bombs, you don't even think about it. But when I'm on, you think about it afterwards when you drop an F-bomb, don't you? You're like, oh, that was wholesome.
I
Maybe not Sam, but
don't know if I do.
I think about you every time I drop an F-bomb anywhere in life.
Thanks.
Oh
I
my.
appreciate that.
That's fudging amazing.
You better fracking believe it.
I only want your fingers.
Should we all, cut our fingers open and bleed on it?
Can you wrap your fingers around this?
I'll take a Voorhees burger and a side of Jason's bacon.
Show them.
On this show, we use a grading scale of 0 to 5 points. Each point represents a different quality about a movie. These ratings are intended to be subjective on how we feel about a movie, not if the movie is objectively good or bad. Engaging sticky, stuffable cockles and rewatchable are what we work through. I'll go ahead and start with Sam and get that out of the way. We have Ross's score as well, and then I will clean us up, and then for the students, and then our exchange student, Scotty, will give us his score.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, it was not maybe it was as bad as I remember, but I enjoyed it this time. You know, when I was 16, I was a real snob about movie quality, and that's less important to me now as the experience. So I'm curious where this will go. But engaging, I'm going to do a 1, because I think partially the dumbness kept me engaged. You know what I mean? I was like, what are they going to do next? Sticky is going to give it a 0.25, simply because I had seen it before and didn't really remember anything except bad CGI and the dogs. I don't even remember the laser scene. Stuffable is going to get a 0. I don't want anything for this movie. Cockles. I'll give a 0.5 for Cockles because I think that the dumbness had its charm in a way, and it's kind of my way to enjoy it. And rewatchable is going to be a 0.25 because I would never choose to watch this movie again, but I'm not like
you won't
against it.
Yeah.
Right.
So that gives you a 2. How does that feel?
That's fine. I thought it could have been higher, but I'm not
there.
Not too worried about it.
No problem. Ross is next. He starts with engaging is going to get a 0.75. I'm usually engaged when watching this movie, but that's usually because it's few and far between when I watch it. Sticky is going to get a 0.5 as there are some great moments. Cubistic mercenary, but I forget more than I remember with it. So this is a wild one with Stuffable. I would give this a 0.5 because I love the game franchise so much that I would have no problem sporting a shirt from this film. But I wouldn't actively get a Resident Evil movie shirt for the sole purpose of the movie. I know it doesn't make sense, but that's why you love me.
That makes sense.
Cockles is going to get a 0.5. I love the concept and idea of zombies in a sterile 2000s chrome and bright light environment. But I feel sometimes this movie is shot with the same level of sterility, and it doesn't hit the cockles like I thought it would on paper. And Rewatchable is going to get a disappointing 0.25 because I honestly don't revisit this movie that often. But after starting the Resident Evil movie train ride, I feel like I will be revisiting the rest of them soon enough before the new film comes out. They're not tied together. So with a T-virus phantom finger of feelings emerging from my hand as I'm dodging liquors, I'll bump it up to a 0.75. Okay, cool. So that
watchable?
Yeah, he's giving it a 0.75.
Okay.
So that gives him a 3, and I think that's an honest shake. The movie gives me fun, nostalgic vibes when I rewatch it, and even though I don't watch it often, I have fun when I do. Yes, there are better zombie movies, and yes, there are better action movies. But are there better zombie action movies? Yeah, there probably are, but they aren't Resident Evil.
Well said, Russ.
Thank you, buddy. That was good. That's nice.
That was really
so
good.
I gave him a 3. Over to me, and we start with engaging, which I will give a 1 because I am engaged with this movie. I have seen this many times. When I first was really into it, when it first came out and I got it on DVD, it was a movie that I would watch. Then I would restart it and watch it with commentary and then watch it again.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You were into it.
I was about it. Sticky will probably I'll give it a 0.75 just to be a little bit conservative. I remember most things about this movie, but like things like dialogue, maybe because it doesn't necessarily sticks with me. Stuffable, I will give a 1 though. I would own anything. There's not much.
Did you have a poster for this?
Yes, it was one of the first posters I ever bought. Movie poster I ever bought, and I had it for a very long time. I
remember.
I'm sure I still do have it in a one of my poster tubes. I'm sure it's very badly like torn up at the corners because it went up on like every wall I ever had put it on.
Yeah.
And this was before I would the time when I would buy a frame for something.
Sure.
So I always loved the poster. I thought that was awesome. I don't want necessarily any shirt for it, but I would definitely buy the right shirt or the right thing. I like a lot. Cockles is I'll give it a 0.75. I think a lot of it hits on it. There are things that I'm upset about with it in terms of like really comparing it to a Resident Evil property, I guess. But at the same time, I can't help but loving the movie. And rewatchable, it's tough. Rewatchable, I'll give a 0.75 as well, just because I used to watch it so much and I could watch it again at any point now too. I'm just not always doing it. But I think a 4.25, I'm happy with it. I feel like it's definitely high for what the movie is, but so much is tied to the nostalgia and my love around it that I'm happy that we went there.
Yeah, it's all about what it means to you, pal.
That's the hope. So we'll get back to our total score for that. But first, we're going to go over to Scotty from Fun with Horror to give his wholesome Resident Evil score.
All right. Well, engaging. I think I give it a 0.5. No, a 0.75. 0.75 because when I watched this movie, it's pretty well paced. There's only a couple points where I kind of lose interest for a little bit, but then it picks me back up. Number 2, sticky. 0.5. I think stickiness 0.5. Yeah, I mean, I remember the movie, but it's amazing how much I did forget. So
sure.
Stuffable. 0.5, I think. Nah, 0.25. 0.25 stuffable because I might get a t-shirt, but I'm not really interested in getting that much merch for this one. And then what's 4?
Cockles.
I'm going to give a full 1 to Cockles because
nice.
I do think fondly on this movie, especially from all 6 of them. I always knew that I think the first one was the one I enjoyed the most. And then even though it departs from Resident Evil, the game, so much, I always was able to accept that, and it never made me that angry. And I appreciate the things that it does have in common with the games rather than focusing on the things that it doesn't. So, yeah, I think Cockles is a 1. Rewatchable, I'm just going to give it a 0.5 because I could watch this, but it would most likely not be on my own. It would be because somebody's like, hey, you want to come on our podcast and talk about Resident Evil?
Nice.
Yep.
But there you go. On the plus side, like I said, it's made me want to go through and watch all 6 movies. So I thank you guys for that. And because of that, I love you.
Oh, just because
I love you too. And I'm happy to hear that. I wanted to do that as well. I wish we could hang out and watch them together. So that gives you a 3. How does that feel?
A 3? That is very interesting because when I rated this on Letterboxd, I was having a war within my own heart and soul as to whether I wanted to give this a 3 or a 3.5 because a 3 just felt kind of low for me. So on Letterboxd,
a 3 for you is low. Yeah, that means almost you don't like it.
Well, no, and especially when I think of it in terms of all 6 movies, which I kind of do, even though I shouldn't. I should be judging on its own. But I do. I give it a 3.5 on Letterboxd or a 7 out of 10 if we're on a 10-point scale. I enjoy it that much. But I also am not mad at giving it a 3 on the Students of Horror scale.
Ah, very good.
The grading scale, the student grading scale might not be as perfect as we thought it was. Thank you for that. Let's go over to our...
It never works for Scotty. He's like the anomaly.
That isn't true because the first movie I did with you guys...
It worked.
It worked. I can't remember what movie that was, but it worked.
Was that No One Will
Wait, it was
Save You?
Return of the Living Dead.
Return of the Living Dead. That's right. And then we brought you back
and it
quickly
worked.
after. Okay.
Yeah.
Love it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Our study buddies popped in on our Discord and had a few thoughts. Trevor says, let's see. Iconic franchise, both movies and video games. Star-studded cast. Love the plot. Tone of the movie. Shot well. Atmospheric as fuck. Sticky as fuck. T-shirtable as fuck. Gooey as fuck. Sexy as fuck. Zombie as fuck. I feel like he didn't even know you were going to be on this episode, but I feel like he wanted to include all those just for you. Fun with Horse, Scotty, wholesome podcast.
I appreciate that, Trevor. Thank you. Thank you, Trevor.
I'm going to give it 5-star stickers on the chalkboard as I sit here in detention for correcting my teacher for saying Leviosa wrong. So we get a Harry Potter reference.
Tibu jumped in, said, Boss Tuna really loves this movie. I enjoy it as well.
Thanks, Tibu. Appreciate it. And that's all that we had there. So jump into the Discord. Talk with us. How does this movie compare to others in the Goo Book? Well, it comes out at a 3.1, which is pretty decent. I'd say I'm happy that it got there. I'm glad it made it over the like a 2 hump. We have a few other 3.1s, not that many. Actually, only 3. One we just covered, Alien 3, Wishmaster, and Land of the Dead. All our other 3.1s are all horror bandwagon movies.
Yeah, they're all with the horror bandwagon. That's funny.
Yeah, interesting.
What else do we have around there?
Right above it, 3.2s are Autopsy of Jane Doe, Baskin, Rec 4, Castle Freak, Black Christmas, and that's it. Right below it at 3.0s, we have OG Friday the 13th, Black Sabbath, and Bone Tomahawk.
Wow. Bone Tomahawk below this one?
Yeah.
Interesting.
3. I mean, it's 0.1 difference.
Yeah,
but
0.1.
Yes.
But still, I think I would put Bone Tomahawk personally above this.
Well, that's cool.
Good for you.
On the fun
Bone
with
Tomahawk
horror scale.
Was a 3.5 from Ross, a 3 from me, and a 2.5 from Brian.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
Brian did not have fun with horror.
Nah, I mean, I thought it was fine. It's a 2.5. I thought it was just like, or what did I give it? A 2.5, we said?
Yeah, 2.5.
Go listen to Bone Tomahawk episode and you'll find out how we felt about it.
Hey, Brian.
Hi.
Did you have fun with horror watching Resident Evil?
Oh, I had a blast.
Sam, did you have fun with horror watching Resident Evil?
You know what? I did. Because, it's fun to rag on or, roll your eyes at things too.
There you go.
Hey, Scotty.
Yeah.
Did you have fun with horror on Resident Evil?
You know what? I did. I think it's a fun movie.
Oh, that's great. Well, thank you so much.
Yeah. No, it's fine. Yeah.
You know what?
What?
What's up? Hi. No, I'm with Sam a little bit there because I do think the movie is so silly at times that it's fun. That's all I was going to say. Carry on.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to conclude this episode's Fun with Horror. Presents Students of Horror.
Students of Horror.
Thanks again for getting this far and listening to the show. Huge thank you to Scotty from Fun with Horror. Go ahead.
Huge. Thank you.
Tell people how to find you one more time, who you are, whatever you want.
We are Fun with Horror. We are on your favorite podcast network. Wherever you listen to podcasts, you can find Fun with Horror. And if you go back a little bit, we just recently did the whole Strangers remake trilogy by Rennie Harlan, For Good or Worse. And we also, I don't know when this is releasing, but we may have already done both Ready or Not movies. So check us out.
Oh, cool.
That's exciting.
Yeah, you may or may not have. It'll be a minute.
Awesome.
Go to the Fun with Horror feed and find out.
Yeah, follow them on Instagram.
Sure. Yeah, Fun with Horror Podcast.
Threads.
Sure. Yeah, Fun with Horror Podcast.
Truth Social.
No.
If you're enjoying the show, want to stay connected with us, of course, follow Students of Horror on Instagram and Threads. Check out Ross's killer tattoo work at Ross Purvis on Instagram. And he sells his artwork as well, so you can buy some awesome stuff from him. You can follow Chuddle the Sam and at Birdwitch, Bird with a Y, Witch with an I on Letterboxd to check out what Sam and I are watching. If you want to hang out with us, fellow members of the study group, go ahead, as I mentioned before, jump into that Discord. It's free for everyone. Become part of the community. Definitely a link to all that gooey goodness in the show description below. And next week, we study a subject of probably like backwoods or something, because I forget what it was, as we cover the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. A special guest. Stay tuned. And until next time, study first, panic later.
Ooh.